Oh, it is Monday, June 29. We'll use the Archangel Power Tarot cards on our by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine on our big full moon day. Jupiter ingressing into Leo, Mercury retrograde. It's gonna be fun. And that's the whole point. How can we have fun when, have fun, enjoy, embrace the changes. It's for our good. What you resist persists. Hey, so I was, I was thinking a lot about that sun card in yesterday's reading. And I was noticing how, it was this like complicated swirl with the Four of Pentacles prior to that. And then but there were 4 white doves in the corner of that sun card. Go back and look at the reading so you see the card. And how it was like, yeah, we can either run the rat race of, like just endlessly doing and making things complicated, or we can make it simple and come back to that symbol of the infinity. Simplify. And the reason I'm picking that up again is because of the back of these cards have the same 4 doves. Holy Spirit. Simplify. Tap into spirit. That's, don't give our controls over to stuff that, isn't that fulfilling. What are we holding on to? What are the controls? What keeps us from having fun? Is it not taking enough time? Again, like going too far. Is it not feeling what's actually going on? What are we giving our control over to? Anyway. What are the blessed messages for today, June 29th? Controls need to move away. All right, King of Gabriel. Oh, okay. So keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. Again, the King of Wands. In this deck, the Gabriel suit is the suit of fire, or the suit of wands. Ooh. 9 of Raphael. Make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. This is the Raphael suit is the suit of cups. Suit of water. We'll pick 3 cards. Decision, Archangel Jophiel. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So things that I was talking about earlier. Oh, here's another card that's coming out. 3 of Gabriel. So this is the 3 of Wands. Your ship's coming in. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Take time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. But taking our time. Usually in the wands, the 3 of Wands is a person sometimes on the shore seeing a ship far off. This ship hasn't this ship is not so far off in this deck, but wise planning is involved. Actions that we take, what are the small, a lot of times it's the small steps, stepping back, taking the time, like just making your list, strategizing, going back to the drawing board and saying, oh, this isn't working, let's tweak it in this way, that kind of thing. But it's usually someone who is, standing on the shore, standing grounded, not leaping into the water and meeting the ship. You don't need to go and do all of that. But you can take the time. And so, and I find it interesting that Gabriel is coming up twice in this deck with Mercury retrograde happening. The ideas that we have about things, it's, taking the 3 weeks, 3 of Gabriel, of the core of the retrograde to make those considerations. And if we remember, there's 10 degrees between in the entirety of the retrograde. It's Mercury will go back over 10 degrees from degree 26 back to 16, but then it's going to go back over from 16 to 26. So then we'll be able to start to maybe start to move forward with some of those ideas. But it's basically a 3-week span. So I think it's July 23rd that or 26th, one of the two, when Mercury will go direct to make that trend, to traverse those 10 degrees back to 26 where it retrogrades today. So keep your eyes on the big picture. Don't get bogged down in the details so much that because sometimes we do that, right? And then now the project's dry. Like, it's not exciting like a ship. It's now this like dry desert of some sort that doesn't even feel good anymore. So again, taking time to feel what does make us feel excited about things. And what to figure out, maybe taking this time to figure out, like, what am I giving my control over to now I don't even enjoy what I'm doing. So make a decision about those things. Release that which holds you back. We have our King of Gabriel here, the King of Wands. It's usually getting too focused on the practical. So that, which is important, and there's plenty of time to include those types of things. But when you're dreaming of something, when you're making your wishes, getting so down to the detail about how that wish is supposed to come true takes the excitement out of the wish. Being so concerned about the changes and, fear is something we can detox from, right? But if you're rubbing that lamp with fear, well, you're going to get wishes based on fear. You're like afraid to even rub the lamp. But if we then so taking all those, you don't make a wish and then the genie gives you what you wish. You're like, oh no, I can't. I have to go do this and that and the. So using this time to get really clear on where it is that you give your power away, where you give the controls over to something else that isn't your heart, is a really big theme of this full moon, and it's a wonderful thing to consider over the next few weeks of this Mercury retrograde. What are your wishes? How are we going to go through them? Because you don't have to actually run out and do them, because sometimes, yes, taking that leap of faith is a little too much, but have faith that they're going to come true. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that divine providence is helping you fly free towards the things that you want, rather than sticking with the same old stuff that, the details of what's moving away. Again, those things can't necessarily go with you. What are you going to put? What are you going to take on your ship? What you going to put on that manifest? There's a reason they call it the manifest of what's actually on the ship. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Like, share, subscribe, because that's what helps the messages get out to people who need to hear them, or directly send this to somebody who you feel needs to hear it. You can direct message me on any of the platforms of YouTube where it'll be found, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'll happy to set up a time for you to do a reading for you personally, because this is a message for the collective. Time to go.